hit your side of the street or your side of the street with that lightning detector we have.
2.5 seconds after it already hit.
Well, right, which is no good.
After
you've already, well, if it was 3.5 seconds before, then that would help an awful lot, wouldn't it? A little bit of severe weather through the Plains today. All airports are doing perfectly this morning.
That's good to know.
Yeah. Are you flying back?
No, not till Friday.
Okay.
We're stuck with him till Friday.
And I'm going to make you all regret it. The Senate is now debating the controversial immigration bill, but our next guest says the U.S. doesn't need an immigration bill. He says all we have to do is enforce the current laws. Joining me now from Washington, Republican presidential candidate, Colorado Congressman Tom Tancredo. Congressman, thanks for being with us. Good to see you.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to join you.
Immigration is a big issue for you. It's the centerpiece of your campaign. You say we don't need an immigration bill, but one's making its way through the Senate. What would it take for that bill to be acceptable to you?
I think they could strike about 3 of the 4 or 5 different sections of it, different articles, and just deal with the issue of enforcement. Even that, quite frankly, is so limited that it's almost a joke. Really, this is the case. We've got about a 400-page bill that's winding its way now through the Senate. Very few senators have read or understand entirely. It's very complicated in certain areas, except it does one thing for sure. It gives, if the day after it passes and the president signs it, it gives 12 to 20 million people, however many are actually here illegally, the ability to obtain a card that lets them stay. That's amnesty. That's all there is to it. I mean, if you just want to concentrate on one thing, that's it. If, on the other hand, you want to concentrate on what we should do and could do, and we don't need a single bill to do it, it is enforce the law. That is, on the border, secure your border, and interior, go after employers who are the magnet that actually creates the pull.
Yeah, but
those two things will do it.
But, Congressman, people say, what do you do with the 12 to 20 million people who are already in the country? Right. And you're getting pushback on this idea of amnesty from members of your own party. Take a quick look at what Arlen Specter said about that.
It's not amnesty. Right now, we have anarchy. Anarchy. Those 12 million undocumented immigrants are going to be in this country one way or another.
So they're going to be here one way or another. What do you do about that?
No, they're not. I will not accept that. That is an absolutely preposterous thing to say for a U.S. senator, even Arlen Specter.
What, are you saying you could deport them all?
Well, number one, could you? Yeah, it's not easy. It would be enormously difficult, but you don't have to. You do not have to even begin that, go down that road. All you have to do is not provide the thing for which these people came, that is, a job. If they cannot get a job, or the benefits that go along with it, and various other social service benefits, they go home. It happens. It has happened before. It's actually happening in Colorado, where the state passed a bill that goes after employers. And the paper, not too long ago, the Denver paper was interviewing some of the illegal aliens up in the Vail Valley, and they said, yeah, we're out of here. We're going home.
Congressman,
it does happen.
These provisions...
So it's called attrition through enforcement. People will go home. They don't have to be rounded up.
These provisions in this bill for Z visas, fines, touchback before you can come back into the country to apply for citizenship, do you think anybody's going to do that?
No. Well, and even if they don't do that, what are we going to do with them? Does anybody suggest in here that if any of these people don't go through the process of getting their Z visa, you know, getting the, quote, 24-hour background check, and by the way, if it's not done in 24 hours, you get the Z visa anyway? If anybody doesn't do that, what are we going to do? Deport them? Oh, my God. They're here. Well, heavens, we can't just deport them. I mean, this is the whole problem. There is no, for now, it's been years. Truly, the one thing that Arlen Specter said that was accurate is that the system is a mess. That's for sure. And he can take some credit for that. And the way we can fix it is by starting to enforce the law. But the reality is we don't have the will to enforce the law. That's what we're afraid of. We're afraid of the corporate pushback. We're afraid of the pressure groups who support illegal immigration. We're afraid of their pushback. We're afraid of the possibility that we're going to offend certain minority groups in this country. Well, you know what? Just as many people, I think, are concerned, I don't care if they're black, brown, or white, they're concerned about the security of the nation, that is, securing those borders, the integrity of American jobs, the ability for people to actually start having their wages increase, not remain static or decrease because of the massive numbers of low-skill, low-wage workers in the country. There are plenty of them in this country that want this bill, that want a true reform bill, and I wish we would actually pay attention to them.
Yes or no? Do you think this bill stands a chance of becoming law?
50-50. It's a 50-50 chance. Okay. It really is. I can't give you a pure yes and no. It's
okay.
I'm hoping, of course, that we never see it pass, and well, we'll see. We'll see.
Fair enough.
Place is a fluid place around here.
Really? Never noticed.
Yeah.
Congressman Tom Tancredo, also Republican presidential candidate. Thanks for being with us.
You bet.
Some health headlines this morning.